VL is equals to VPH is for which type of load?
Delta.
Delta. Very good. This is for delta. For delta, what we have derived? VL is equals to VPH and IL is √3 times IPH. Okay. And reverse is the case for star. Okay. Means you got it. IL is equals to IPH and VL is equals to √3 times VPH for star. And if you get asked to calculate the single phase AC power, then use the formula VPH IPH cos phi. If you get asked to calculate the three phase AC power or total power, then 3 times of single phase power you can use the formula or √3 times VL cos phi. Same is the case for reactive power and apparent power. Unit and everything we have covered in first unit. Okay, and today we are going to see the numericals on star and delta connected load. Okay, so first one is on delta. Okay, so see, everyone please concentrate here because this one important questions. Based on the star and delta connected load, you will get asked numericals also. 3 coils. It can be purely inductive or it can be series RL. When we go on reading, it will be clear to you. What is it? 3 coils, each of 5 ohm resistance and 6 ohm inductive reactance. It's already given. Resistance and XL in ohm given. If L is given, then that is in Henry. If XL is given, which is omega L, that is in ohm. Okay, so not L, directly XL in ohm, 6 ohm given to you. Okay, so it's a series RL. Series RL per phase are connected in delta across 3 phase 440 volt 50 hertz AC supply, and you have been asked to calculate IL, IPH, VL, VPH power factor and total power consumed. Now see, whenever in the supply specification it is given to you 440 volt, means which one voltage is given? These all are supply specifications. See, 3 phase 440 volt 50 hertz AC supply means supply specification. So supply side voltage and current we have seen, it's a VL and IL, and load side voltage and current we have seen, it's a VPH and IPH. Okay, so here can you tell me 440 volt is VL or VPH?
VL.
VL, very good. 440 volt is VL, and you will consider it as a RMS or peak. This 440 RMS value, very good. So in the supply specifications of single phase AC supply, 3 phase AC supply, whatever the voltage or current given to you are RMS value. And if it is peak, then they specifically mention that the peak value is so and so. Okay, so it's a delta connected load. VL you know, so what will be VPH?
Same.
Same, correct. VL we know it's already given 440 volt. VPH also you got, it's the same. VL is equals to VPH for delta, isn't it? So see here, for delta, VL is equals to VPH and that is 440 volt. Now we want current, but for current is not given. Z and XL is given to you. It's a series RL. Z from this you can calculate series RL, R plus JXL. Okay, R plus JXL in polar and rectangular, you can find out the per phase impedance. Per phase impedance you know, per phase voltage you know. So VPH by ZPH, what you will get?
IPH.
IPH, got it? So you can calculate it only in terms of magnitude, you can do the calculation. See, here I have considered only magnitude. What is VPH? 440 volt. What is ZPH? 7.81. Only magnitude I have considered here. So you will get magnitude of current 56.338 ampere. This one is RMS value. That's why this one value of current is also RMS. Okay. In polar form also you can do the calculations. I told you nothing is given, means for voltage consider angle 0 degree. So for Z, we know polar form. Put its value over here. So magnitude you can divide. And what's about angle? It goes to numerator. And when you shift it to numerator, its sign will change. So minus. minus 50 point something. Got it? Yes, current can you calculate? If options given to you are only in terms of magnitude, use this. But if magnitude and angle, use this. Okay. Next is what? IPH we got. Now you know IPH. Can you calculate IL? We know for delta. What are the relationship? IL is √3 times IPH. So using that directly, IL value you will get, isn't it? Now, up to IL, everyone got? Any difficulty with this? Okay, if you have any
मैम
difficulty,
एंगल फिर से एक बार बताओ.
हाँ, angle बताती हूँ. See, here VPH by ZPH is IPH. So only in terms of magnitude you can do the calculations. Okay, got it? But if options given to you are in polar form, so voltage Z we got in polar form, isn't it? Z you have in polar form. If nothing is given for voltage, then for voltage consider the angle 0 degree. Got it? Everyone clear? So nothing is given. So magnitude तो आपको पता है VPH का 440 volt RMS upon ZPH. ये हो जाएगा division 56 point this and polar division we have seen. This angle you have to shift in numerator. So वो हो जाएगा 0 minus 50.194. So minus 50.194. Got it? IPH.
Yes ma'am.
ठीक है? Okay. Now IPH you have magnitude. So into √3 will be the IL. Okay. Now because this relationship we know. Okay. So it will be like this. Now if you know Z in rectangular form, can you calculate cos phi or phi? We have seen in second unit, what is the formula of phi? Tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part. Here imaginary part you know, real part you know. So can you calculate phi and then cos phi? Yes?
Yes ma'am.
Got it? And it's a series RL. So nature of power factor will be lagging or leading? Lagging. Because see in the options, in the options if they ask you calculate the power factor, so in the options you will find two options are there, 0.6402 lagging and 0.6402 leading, isn't it? Got the thing? So if it's a series RL, for inductor current lags, that's why for series RL power factor nature is lagging. Nature of power factor is specified in terms of current. If it is series RC, for capacitor current leads. That's why for series RC nature of power factor leading. ठीक है, ये बात ध्यान में रखो आप. Okay, this is about the power factor. And last one parameter is what? Total power consumed. Power consumed means active power. Total means three phase. So any of the formula you can use 3 times VPH IPH cos phi or √3 times VL cos phi. Put the values. Any difficulty with this sum? Okay, next sum. Next is on star. Previous one is for delta. On star. Everyone concentrate here. See here, symmetrical 3-phase 400 volt system RMS value supplies balance load. In your syllabus only balance load is included. Balance load 0.8 lagging power factor. 0.8 lagging power factor means again which type of load it is? What is per phase there? Per phase क्या है? What is per phase?
Series RL.
Series RL ही है. Because see lagging है means inductor है. Power factor अगर purely inductive रहता है तो phi is 90 degree and cos phi is 0. Cos phi is not 0. It's 0.8. Means it's a compulsory resistance is there in series with L. Okay. So series RL like this is the per phase impedance. And it's a star means like this 3 coils are connected in star. Okay, and star connection we have seen how to connect in star. If the line current is this, it's a star connected load. Line current is given. So how much will be the phase current?
Same.
Same. Okay, so you got phase current, isn't it? Now this 400 volt is which voltage? RMS or peak?
RMS.
RMS, very good. RMS value VL or VPH?
VL.
VL. Now it's a star connection. If you know VL, can you calculate VPH? VL by root 3 is VPH. You got VPH, isn't it? Now VPH you know, IPH you know. So VPH by IPH. What you will get?
Impedance.
ZPH, correct. Impedance per phase. Got it? How to calculate impedance per phase? Getting? Everyone? Up to this? Okay, next see. Impedance per phase, but it's a resistance and inductance in series. So can you tell me? Now I got ZPH magnitude. So can you tell me how to calculate resistance and reactance? ZPH magnitude I got, VPH by IPH. So how you will calculate Z magnitude we have? We want angle also of Z. And once you get Z in polar form, you can convert it into rectangular form. That is R plus JXL. So real part will be resistance and imaginary part will be XL. Okay. So can you tell me how Z magnitude I got? VPH by IPH. Can you tell me how to calculate angle of Z?
By using power factor, we can calculate 5 value.
Correct. Cos phi is given to all of you, isn't it? In the numerical 0.8 means cos phi is 0.8. So what will be phi? 36.86 degree, isn't it? Angle we got. See here, calculations. Star connection, VL is equals to IL is equals to IPH and VL is root 3 times VPH. VL is given, divided by root 3, VPH you will get. IL is already given, same as that of IPH. See, star connection is like this. Resistance and inductor per phase, R phase load, Y phase load, and V phase load connected in star. So like this is the load and across it 3-phase AC supply is connected. Okay. So like this is the system given to you. So VPH we know, IPH we know, you can calculate ZPH. We got magnitude only. Angle, cos inverse of 0.8 angle. Now magnitude and angle both you know. Convert it into rectangular form. So real part is resistance and imaginary part is XL. Okay, so you just check in exam whether if you get asked to calculate XL, that is inductive reactance, 4 ohm it will be. Sometimes they ask you to calculate circuit parameters. Circuit parameters means resistance and self inductance you have to calculate. If XL is given, how you will calculate L?
Omega XL is equal to omega.
Correct. XL is equals to omega L. That is 4 is equals to 2 pi FL. Frequency is 50 hertz. Using that L you calculate. Okay. So check whether XL in ohm you have been asked to calculate or L in Henry or millihenry. Okay. Similarly, while giving when the parameters they give, sometimes they give resistance in ohm and inductance in Henry, or resistance in ohm and inductive reactance in ohm, like this. Okay. Here see, reactance you have been asked to calculate per phase means in ohm. That also just observe carefully. Total power root 3 VL IL cos phi or 3 times VPH IPH cos phi. See here also I have done. Whenever either this one method you can use or another option, VPH by IPH. Voltage I told you, 0 degree. This one also method you can use. The previous one is easy. Okay. So P and Q you can calculate like this. Formula you know. Unit you know. We have seen it number of times in second unit. Any difficulty with this sum? Okay. Can we go for next sum?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, everyone please concentrate. Huh? This is also different types on. See, what is given? 3. See here, 3 equal impedances. Means load is balanced. Impedance is given 10 at an angle of 60 degree. Are connected in star connection. Star connection means IL is equals to IPH and VL by root 3 is VPH. Okay. A 3-phase 400 volt line voltage RMS value 50 hertz supply. Line voltage and phase voltage you have been asked to calculate. So what will be the line voltage here?
400 volts.
Correct, 400 volt. And then if you get asked to calculate VPH, then 400 divided by root 3 will be VPH. It is asked. See, phase voltage 400 divided by root 3 will be VPH. See here. Okay, because it's a star connection. Now power factor and active power consumed. Can you tell me how to calculate power factor here?
Cos phi
Correct. And
Phi.
what is phi?
60 degree.
Very good.
Degree.
Very good. Z is 10 at an angle of 60 degree. So whatever I told you previously also, whatever is this angle given, same is the power factor angle with sine. If plus 60 degree given, consider phi as plus 60 degree. If minus 60 degree given, for series RC it is minus 60 degree you will get. So phi you consider minus 60 degree. This one you keep in your mind. Okay. So cos of 60 degree, that is how much? I think 0.8 it is. Sorry. 0.5. So power factor we got. Now here what is given? See, plus 60 degree. It's not minus, plus. So nature of power factor you will write lagging or leading?
Lagging.
Lagging.
Lagging. Options given to you can be 0.5 lagging, 0.5 leading. Then you should know nature also. Got it? So if angle is positive, means it's a series RL. So for RL inductor, whenever it is there, current lags. That's why lagging is the correct option. Got it? Okay. Power consumed, you can calculate 3 times VPH, IPH cos phi or root 3 times VL, IL cos phi. Any of the formula you same, whatever we have seen up till now. How much we got? 8,000 watt. Now the next part is new. Up to this, it's a which connection? Star connection. Okay. This one part we have seen in previous numerical also. This is the new thing. If the same 3 impedances are connected in delta to same source of supply, what is the active power consumed? Now see, what's about supply specification? Same you have to consider. Means VL is equals to how much? 400 volt, 50 hertz, 3-phase AC supply. VL is 400 volt. Now impedance is also same. Impedance is also same, means same impedance, 10 at an angle of 60 degree. Now only what is the thing that you have to connect in what? Delta. So if you connect in delta, then VL is equals to VPH, isn't it? For delta connection, and IL by root 3 is IPH. And now VPH is 400 and ZPH is given 10. So you will get current 40 ampere. Got it? For delta. So IPH also, IL also you can calculate. IL is root 3 times IPH, isn't it? Now same load is there. If Z is same, so what's about power factor? See, in star connection, in delta connection, load is same. Only in star it is connected in star and in delta it is connected in delta. But ZPH is same in both the cases. If in both the cases ZPH is same, what's about power factor in both the cases? Same or different?
Same.
Same it
Same.
will be, okay? Because cos phi we know it's a R by Z. Cos phi is R by Z. So R and Z in both the cases are same. So cos phi also same. So using this, you can calculate the power here. Root 3 VL IL cos phi. Formula is same. Now here important thing is, see. Formula is same. P is equals to root 3 VL IL cos phi. For star also, for delta also same formula. Isn't it? Now root 3 same. Cos phi also same. VL also same. Only which one parameter is different in both the cases?
IL.
IL. Correct. Now IL is what? Earlier one. Now see here. in star, IL is equals to IPH. Okay, so concentrate on IPH here, and here also you concentrate on IPH. Now compare the power. This is important thing. Everyone concentrate here. See, for star you got power consumption 8,000, and in delta you got power consumption 24,000. Means what is the conclusion here? See, line voltage is same, supply specification is same, load is also same, per phase impedance is same. Only in first case it is connected in star, in second case it is connected in delta. Means what is the conclusion? If same load you connect in star, 8,000 watt is the power consumption, and same load across same supply, if you connect in delta, power consumption is 24,000. Means in which case the more power get consumed?
Delta.
Delta. MCQ question. Same impedances connected across same load in star and in delta, in which case power consumption is more. So in delta connected load. How much times? How many times?
3 times.
3 times. This is the standard relationship. Whatever the power get consumed in delta, it is 3 times the power get consumed in star. Got it, everyone? This relationship keep in your mind. Whatever the power get consumed in star, 3 times of it get consumed in delta. Now why? Why it is so? See, just now we have seen formula to same ही है, isn't it? Same load है, same supply specification है, √3 same है, cos phi same है, VL same है, here also √3 VL cos phi दोनों तरफ same है, only there is a difference of current. Okay, now what is happening? Why power consumption more in delta? See here. Here IL is equals to IPH. So here concentrate on IPH, and here specifically IL, and which is also √3 times IPH. So here also concentrate on IPH. Now what is happening? Here also in IPH formula Z is same. So why current is more in delta line current compared with star current? Because in star you are going to switch on 400 volt, but across impedance how much is there? VL by √3, that is 230 volt. Less voltage, less current. But in delta, what is happening? VL is equals to VPH. You are going to switch on 400 volt. And how much get applied across every phase of load? Pura voltage, 400 volt. And that's why here IPH is more. So IL is more compared with star. And that's why power consumption is more. Got the thing? Again, one more question on this. If same lamps you connect in star and same lamps you connect in delta, across same supply, so where intensity will be more? In which case intensity will be more, in star or in delta? यहाँ पे lamps के across जा रहा है 230 volt in star, but in delta across lamps 400 volt. So intensity of lamps directly proportional to applied voltage. So in which case you will get the more intensity?
Delta.
Correct, delta. Got it, everyone? From MCQ point of view, all the questions. In which case more power consumption? Delta. How much times? 3 times of star. Okay. So, and this one numerical. If get connected in star, what is the power consumption? If get connected in delta, what is the power consumption? Got the sum? Any difficulty? This is over. Star delta is over here. Whatever the material I forwarded to all of you, that one is enough. Okay. Last one topic, work power energy. This one, work power energy, you already have studied its basic in 12th. And up till now, whatever we have covered, that is enough. So first I will take it. So see here. In this work power energy, this is the BL Thareja, volume 1, I think chapter 2 it is, after DC circuits. That theory part you refer from BL Thareja, work power energy, separate chapter is there, from it read theory please, and numericals also, whatever type I am going to cover here, that type you solve from BL Thareja. Okay, and again VK Mehta also you refer, if same type of formula, VK Mehta also you can download from online, from Google. Okay, so in this, under work power energy, we are going to simplify 2 types of systems. Okay, the first one is electrical is the input and mechanical is the output. So this is the example of motor. Motor, all of you know, for every motor, like in a fan, you can keep in your mind the example of a fan. Inside a fan, all of you know, motor is there. whenever you switch on the switch, that time electrical input get applied to that motor, and then motor produces mechanical output, and that's why fan starts to rotate. So what is the conclusion to keep in your mind? For every motor, electrical is the input and mechanical is the output. Okay. Reverse is the case for generator. Reverse case for generator. All of you know generator, it is used for generation of electricity. Means obviously output is electrical and input is mechanical. Okay. So like this system we are going to simplify in this unit. Thermal systems not there. Got it? Whenever you read the chapter work or energy from B.L. Thareja and V.K. Mehta, thermal systems are also there, but don't do thermal system. Don't do numericals on thermal system. Everyone got it? Which type of systems only? Electrical input, mechanical output. That is the, you can consider here example of motor pump assembly, lift, any vehicle, suppose like this vehicle moving on this shaft in upward direction carrying some load. Suppose ये road है, इसको slope है, it is having some slope and this vehicle is moving on it. Okay, so any motor pump assembly or lift, that comes under this type. Huh? Electrical is the input and mechanical is the output. Or this vehicle moving on road having some slope. And another type of another system is generator. Directly generating station, it is given in the numerical. So for that, for generator, mechanical is the input and electrical is the output. This systems only you are going to simplify in this unit. Now in this electrical and mechanical system, whatever the units we are going to use, SI system of units, we are going to use. SI stands for what? International System of Units. So only electrical and mechanical system we are going to see, not the thermal. Again, I am repeating, don't do the thermal, only do electrical and mechanical. So this one, all parameters you have covered in 12th. Mass, all of you know, it is denoted by small m and unit is kg. So it is a quantity of matter contained in a body. Velocity denoted by small v, it's the rate of change of displacement, unit is meter per second. Acceleration, rate of change of velocity dv by dt, that is d2x by dt square, meter per second square. So suppose this is a body resting on floor with mass m. When you apply some force to it, some displacement will be there. Okay. So here, whatever the force you apply, here F is equals to MA is the formula, and unit, all of you know, for this it is a Newton. So how we can define it? That is the force. 1 Newton is that force which can give an acceleration of 1 meter per second square to a mass of 1 kg. Like this you can define the force. Again, weight, it is denoted by capital W, unit is Newton. Okay, so how you can means weight means what? It is the force with which earth pulls a body downwards. So it is a force with which earth pulls a body downwards, means its unit is same as that of force, that is the Newton. Okay, so mass in kg, whenever you wanted to convert in Newton, you can multiply it by g, so that will be in Newton. Okay, so value of g, that is the gravitational acceleration, 9.81 meter per second square. Torque, see, suppose this is a pulley of radius r. Whenever you apply some force to it, it starts rotating, consider in clockwise direction. So what we can say, what is this perpendicular distance r? It is the distance between the line of action of force F and the axis about which it rotates. Means consider a perpendicular line passing through this origin. So that will be the axis of rotation, isn't it? And line of action of force is this one. So r is a perpendicular distance between them. So torque is force into that radius. So force is in Newton, radius is in meter. So torque is Newton meter. Now same thing, that body with mass m resting on floor, when you apply some force, some displacement will be there. Displacement you can denote by small x, small d. Okay, so in this case, what we can say, work is done. So work done, force into displacement. Force is in Newton and displacement is meter. So Newton meter, or work done is in joule also, unit. You can use. Rate of doing work, we know it's a power. So work done in joule, and rate, work done per unit time. So joule per second is a unit, or watt is also the unit of power, or Work done, see here, it is in Newton meter. So Newton meter per second is also the unit for power. Any of it you can use. Rate of doing work is called as power, denoted by capital P. Now same thing is here. Earlier one, pulley of radius capital R I have shown you over here. This is the line of action of force capital F. Okay. Then this pulley is rotating, consider in clockwise direction, and its speed is n RPM. What is its speed? N RPM. Now see, whenever you see the machines, motor and generator, its speed is given in, its speed is denoted by capital N, and that is unit for it is RPM. Means suppose I say speed of motor or generator is 1500 RPM and it is denoted by capital It. What does it mean? Unit is RPM. See, revolutions per minute, means that one motor or generator, it completes 1500 revolutions in 1 minute. One revolution, all of you know, from 0 degree up to 60 degree, isn't it? Okay, so in one revolution it travels how much distance? Equal to its circumference. Huh? Okay, so what is the important thing is here, suppose this pulley, its speed is given in capital N revolutions per minute. Same is for motor and generator. So here torque we know F into R, Newton meter. Power we know rate of doing work. That is work done per unit time. So time will consider here. Okay. So in one revolution, how much work it will do? In one revolution, this pulley will do how much work? Force into distance. How much distance it travel in one revolution? 2 pi r. So work done is F into 2 pi r. Work done we got in one revolution. That is F into 2 pi r. Now, how much time it will take to complete one revolution? If speed is n RPM, what does it mean? In n revolutions, it complete in 1 minute. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Okay, so if n revolutions it completes in 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. How much time it will take for one revolution? 1 into 1 divided by, sorry, 1 into 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. So 1 into 60 seconds divided by n revolutions. So 60 by n will be the time taken by that pulley to complete one revolution. Means what is the conclusion? In one revolution, it does this joule of work, and time for one revolution is this one. Put here both the values. Both the values put here. So what you will get? P is equals to this one. Simplify it. What is F into R? Torque. What is 2 pi n by 60? Omega. So what equation? Omega is what? Angular velocity. 2 pi n by 60 in radian per second. So P is equals to T omega. This is about the mechanical system. All these terms, whatever we have seen, it is related to mechanical system. This one almost all you have studied in 12th. That's why slide fast I took it. Now about the one more thing is there in mechanical system, kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy, it is the energy possessed by a body because of its motion, half mv square in joule. Potential energy, it is the energy possessed by a body because of its position, mgh in joule. Now about the electrical system. In electrical system, see, whenever across resistance you connect any voltage source, this one we have seen in first unit, that is the flow of electrons. See here I have denoted the direction of electrons, that is in anti-clockwise direction, and conventional direction of current we show in opposite to flow of electrons. Okay, so here whenever electrons are moving, work is done. So work done to move electrons in unit time is called as electric power. And when we can say 1 joule of electric work is the amount of work done to move unit positive charge of 1 coulomb through potential difference of 1 volt. Like this also you can define it. That is the work done here. Then work done is Q into V. All of you know rate of change of charge. So put here value Q is equals to I into T. So what you will get? Work done VIT. So rate of doing work, we call it as a power. So what you will get? The formula for power, V into I. We have seen it for DC circuit. P is equals to VI. That is Ohm's law value if you put. So VI, that is I square R, V square by R in watt. And it's a rate of doing work. So joule per second means what I can say here, ये relationship आप ध्यान में रखो, हाँ, keep this in mind, that is 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second. 1 joule is equals to, because joule per second is equals to watt, so 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second. On fan, if you find this nameplate that it's a 12 volt DC fan and current rating is 0.18 ampere, so you can calculate the power consumed by it. V into I, that is 2.16 watt. Again, suppose that is the power rating of any equipment is 1000 and you are going to connect it across 220 volt. So how much current will flow through it? 4.5 ampere. Now see, socket, all of you know, whatever the socket you used at your home, it has rating for light load we use 5 ampere socket, and for heavy load we use 15 ampere socket, isn't it? So what is its meaning? Means for that socket, 5 ampere socket, and available voltage is this one, means whatever the equipment, how means which equipment you can connect to that 5 ampere rating socket up to power rating 1.1 kilowatt, not beyond that. And if the socket current rating is 15 ampere, then voltage available everywhere, all of you know, single phase AC voltage to 20 volt. So if it's a 15 ampere rating socket, so how much load you can connect across it? That is so here 15 ampere is the current rating. So 220 volt into 15 ampere, that is means socket with 15 ampere current rating. How much load you can connect? Up to power rating 3.3 kilowatt, not beyond this. Otherwise wires will burn. Okay, so here I have written that is the socket, how much load you can connect. Now electrical energy, it is defined as the power consumed for a particular period of time. That energy meter we use. Energy meter everywhere is connected, wherever there is a electricity, use of electricity. So energy meter you can find, because you have to pay electricity bill. That electricity you don't get free of cost, you have to pay. So how much you will pay? Energy meter get installed at your home or in residential area, commercial area, everywhere, industry you will find it. And energy meter, it display energy consumed by consumer. That energy meter display is in kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is equals to 1 unit. Suppose the display of that energy meter is 100 kilowatt hour, means what we can say, 100 units are consumed by that consumer. Okay, so what that energy meter does, it measures electrical energy used by or consumed by that consumer. So it is defined as the power consumed for a particular period of time. When 1 kilowatt load is operated for 1 hour, then it drains 1 kilowatt hour of electrical energy. Electrical energy is equals to P into T. Formula for P we know, V into I. So E is equals to VIT. Okay, so power we know, it is in watt and time is in second. So unit for energy is watt second or joule. So what is the conclusion here? 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second. This formula everyone keep in your mind. Most of the times you have to use this relationship. Okay, it is required to solve to simplify the calculations. Okay, 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second. Now 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second, so you can convert it into kilowatt hour. See, watt to kilowatt, whenever you wanted to do, means into 10 to the power 3. Okay, 1 kilowatt hour means 1 kilowatt hour is what? 10 to the power 3 into watt hour. And hour means what? 60. 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. And 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So hour, whenever you wanted to convert it to second, 60 into 60. Okay, so whatever this 1 kilowatt hour, you can write it as 10 to the power 3 watt hour. Same in watt second, how you can write? 10 to the power 3 into 60 into 60, it will be watt second, and 1 watt second is 1 joule. So this much of joule means, and if you simplify it, 60 into 60 is what? 3600 into 10 to the power 3. Same unit. And the same thing, I can write like this also. 36 into 10 to the power 5. So more simplified form, here 6 is there, here 5 is there. Only one digit, same digit if you wanted to put, and easy to keep in your mind. That's why this one also you can simplify it. 3.6 into 10 to the power 6. So here 6 is there. Easy to keep in your mind. That's why this is the simplified form. This one, see, I am telling to you, keep this in your mind. 1 joule is equals to 1 watt second, and this one also. Here what is given? 1 kilowatt hour is equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 watt second or joule. MCQ question you may get asked based on this relationship. That is 1 kilowatt hour is equals to how much joule or how much watt second. So how much joule, how much watt second? 3.6 into 10 to the power 6. Or reverse also. 1 joule is equal to how much kilowatt hour? Everyone got it? Yes, MCQ question. 1 joule is equals to how much? Watt second. So I'm telling to you, keep this formula in your mind. Okay, based on this MCQ question, you may get asked. Got it, everyone? Yes. Okay. This type of numericals included. All of you are concentrating, na? Okay. So see, a factory numericals on work power energy. This is the basic require. All these formulas, symbol, relations, unit, that you go through it. Almost all parts you have studied in 12. Okay. See, a factory, it has 240 volt supply. Following are the load connected. Lightning load is given 150 watt, power rating 100 watt and 60 watt. These three types of lamp. How many numbers are connected, that is given. Means 300 lamps, each of 150 watt, so on. This is the lightning load connected. Then heating load, its power rating is given. That is heater, 100 kilowatt. Motor, it is given. Whenever motor power rating is given, so can you tell me, you will consider it as its output or input? Suppose whenever I say motor is of 1 HP or 1 kilowatt, or this 44.76 kilowatt. So what does it mean? You have to consider it as its output or input?
Input.
No, it's not input, it's the output. What does it mean? This much amount of maximum power motor can deliver through its shaft to the load connected to its shaft at output. Okay? This point is very important. Don't take it as input, otherwise you will lose your marks. Whenever I say it's a 5 HP motor, 1 HP motor, 1 kilowatt motor, or 44.76 kilowatt motor, means it is its output power rating. Okay, got it clear, everyone? So this is the output given and efficiency given. 75% means what you can calculate? If for motor efficiency, you know, output, you know, what you can calculate? Efficiency is output power by input power. Efficiency, all of you know, it's a ratio of output power by input power. Means output,
Input
you know,
power.
Input power you can calculate here. Got it? Input power,
Yes, ma'am.
you can calculate. Everyone, please keep in your mind, if it is given, it's a motor, its power rating is given, so that is the output of motor. Okay. So see here, motor, then miscellaneous load taking a current of 40 ampere. Now, for how much duration it is on, that is also given. See, lightning load 4 hours per day, heating load 10 hours per day, remaining load 2 hours per day. Means remaining means which one? Motor and miscellaneous. Okay. Okay. So here. So here, see, this is for how much time duration it is on, that is given. So you have been asked to calculate the weekly consumption in kilowatt hour when working on 5 day per week. What current is taken when the lightning load only is switched on? Okay, so easy. See, power rating is given and number of lamps given. So using that you can calculate the in kilowatt. Heating also given, kilowatt directly given for heating, power rating. For motor, I told you, you can calculate the input in kilowatt. Okay, so miscellaneous voltage rating, current rating is given. Using that, you can calculate the power rating of it. Okay, so you can convert it into kilowatt divided by 1000. Means power we got in kilowatt. Now energy is what? Power into time. So see here. This is in watt, you can calculate power. Now next, what is given here? A lightning load is on for 4 hours per day. Means whatever the power you calculated in watt, if you multiply it by time, what you will get? Energy, isn't it? So for every equipment connected load, first calculate the power, multiply by the time for how much duration it is on per day. Using that, you will get energy in kilowatt hour per day. So per day, then what is given? Energy you have to calculate weekly consumption, and 5 day week. So per day we have calculated, multiplied by 5 will be the per week, isn't it? So that you got in kilowatt hour, and you have been asking kilowatt hour only, weekly energy consumption in kilowatt hour. So we got it, kilowatt hour, isn't it? And what specifically they have asked? For lightning load, current taken. So lightning load, we have seen number of times in practical also. Here also, lightning load means what? Purely resistive. Resistive means cos phi is 1. That's why power is only VI. So here voltage, power we have calculated and divided by voltage will be the current, because P is equals to VI. Okay. The rest numericals are also same type, whatever we have seen earlier one. All of you go through it. If you have any difficulty, please ask me. All of you are listening to me, na? This material I already shared. You please go through all these numericals, same type it is, almost whatever numerical we have seen. This one is important. See, I am telling to everyone, motor pump pe confirm numerical aata hi hai. Motor pump assembly. Then second one is this one. This one everyone do. This material I already forwarded to all of you. See, can everyone see this? Which one numerical it is? 1.22.20. See, this is the road with some slope, and on it one vehicle is moving. Okay. This one numerical everyone please do. Okay. And another one is lift. Lift का आपको मिलेगा. Here also it is there. Lift. लिफ्ट का भी है इसमें. ये देखो, ये लिफ्ट का करो आप. 1.12.16. ये मोटर पंप के भी है इसमें. दैट आल्सो यू डू. सी दिस वन मोटर पंप 1. मैं इसको जूम करती हूँ. 1.12.8 ये टाइप के, ये 2-3 टाइप के हैं. दैट यू डू. अगेन विच वन इज देयर? दिस वन लिफ्ट. This one lift 1.12.16. This one also you do, and this one also 1.12.20. So यहाँ पे मैंने मोटर पंप असेंबली का लिया है. इजी है, नॉट डिफिकल्ट. विल टेल यू. सी, एक न्यूमेरिकल ये खत्म करते हैं, देन आई विल एंड लेक्चर. जस्ट 2 minutes. Okay, so see, an electrical driven pump, it lifts 80 meter cube of water per minute through a height of 12 meter. Means ये motor pump assembly है. See, like this, the motor pump assembly, motor efficiency given, pump assembly given. Motor, just now I told you, electrical is the input, mechanical is the output. So output of motor mgh, because it is lifting some water through some height 12 meter against gravity. So mgh is the output. Now here mass compulsory you have to use in kg, given to you in meter cube. So 1 meter cube is 1000 kg. Using this, you can convert mass into kg. So you will get output in joule. Okay, now see, when the two systems are cascade with each other means what? Output of first is the input to second. So efficiency of first is output by input y by x. Efficiency of second is output by input, that is w by z, and here y and z are equal. So if you take product of these two efficiency, what you will get? This y and z are equal, means these two will cancel. Means if product of efficiency of two cascade equipments is what? Output by input, means E0 by E1, EI. So this is the formula. Its explanation is given that product of these two efficiency is output by input. How it is so? That's I have explained here. All of you go through it, you will get it. So output in joule we have calculated right now using MGH. M must be in kg, given in meter cube, multiplied by 10 to the power 3. Again I am repeating. See, all these relationship you keep in your mind, mug it up. You have to use it while solving the numericals. Okay. And the next one is energy in joule you will get. So this is in 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. Okay. So using this, you can calculate the current. Energy in joule you know, voltage you know, and this is the energy for 1 minute. It is given in numerical 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. Using this, you can calculate the current. Okay, using this you can calculate the current. So if for 1 minute 60 seconds, this one is the energy, pump is daily used for 2 hours. So how much will be for 2 hours? Means using this you can calculate per day in joule. Joule we can convert it into kilowatt hour. We have seen 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. So divided by this, you will get it in kilowatt hour. Okay, and rate is given to you. Means it's a 30 days. So that is, we have calculated it is for per day. Into 30 will be monthly, and rate is given to you 5 rupees per kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is equals to 1 unit. Using it, you can calculate the cost. Okay. Then again, this one numerical, see here generating station is given, its efficiency is given, output is 1 unit, that is 1 kilowatt hour given. So efficiency is output by input. Using this input, you can calculate in output is in joule. This is in kilowatt hour, convert it into joule. So this much of joule. So output in joule you know, efficiency you know, input in joule you can calculate. And input to generator, every generator input is mechanical, that is MGH. In hydropower plant, what they do, water falls on some particular height on this turbine, and then turbine rotates, and then it gives mechanical input to generator. So MGH is the input here. So input you know in joule, MGH, G and H you know values. So M you will get in kg. If you get asked to options in liter, then 1 kg is equals to 1 liter. Same it will be. And a kg and meter cube relationship, just now we have seen 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 kg. Okay, so divided by 1000, you will get in meter cube. All the types everyone got. See, again I am repeating, whatever I have written in handwritten notes, that all type. और ये जो local author book है, इसका जो है, ये एक आप करो 1.12.20 स्लोप का, और ये एक लिफ्ट का करो, एंड BL Thareja. Can I end meeting? Here syllabus is over. Okay.